Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Today we discuss on quadratic equation in Maths Tools Part 2. So about the quadratic equation, so I told the importance of this in physics. So many physical or physics problems can be solved using this quadratic equation as a mathematical tool, beginning of the mathematics support for physics. So as quadratic equation means you are knowing that an equation containing the second degree term of variable x, any variable physical quantity, or it may be just for example take x, that you have studied and known that a form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This we are calling it as a quadratic equation where the variable x is to the power of 2. Second degree term it has. Now you are also studied that if an equation is linear equation or first degree term ax plus b equal to 0, in this case you know possible values of x, variable is x and here the variable is x, but a, b, c are constants, with the a should not be 0, a minimum condition. Similarly here it should be again a should not be 0, and you will have possible one variable, particularly the value of x, one unique value of x you will get, that equal to minus b by a. That in mathematics language we are calling it as a root of the equation. So it is to the power of 1 linear term, first degree term, x power 1 has 1 root. Now here it is x power 2, it has second degree term, has 2 roots. Suppose if you have an equation like ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0, with the a again not 0, is a term with power 3. Now it has 3 possible values of x. The variable can assign maximum 3 values. Here it is 1 value. Here it may be assigned with the 2 values. The possible values of x in mathematics language are called roots. Possible roots of x given are x1, 2 possible values, x1 you know the equation minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a is 1, and another is x2 equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So standard equation you already learnt in high school. Roots of the variable x, possible values of x according to physics language. If we have a quantity in physics variable x, that can be assigned with the 2 possible values as per the mathematical relation. And this particularly the value that b square root of b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac is called as a discriminant. This discriminant term can take different values. If this d, that b square minus 4ac is a greater than 0, then x can be real and a distinct value. It will take real and distinct values if d, that means b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, means b square is greater than 4ac. Or it can take 0. X is a still real number having equal values. Real and equal in case of d is 0. Suppose if d is less than 0, x is not a real. So in physics, I told already that I am not teaching mathematics. In physics, we need the solution to this means finding the value of x, where we concentrate what are the possible values of x under these two. The most possible discriminant value may be greater than 0 or equal to 0 at the maximum, where x can assign possible two values in quadratic equation. So in mathematics you solved, I will take one or two examples and also relate to the physics, hoping that you are studied this already in mathematics and also in physics. Little bit you are learned about motion as velocity and time. One or two relations I take in connected with this. I hope you are knowing this quadratic equation and solution to that with this. Also an alternate method you are knowing a simultaneous solution. So we can see in the examples. But I hope you are understood. This is most important relation to solve many problems in physics, most important mathematical tool necessary for us. So I hope you are knowing this. I can rub it out and come to the examples particularly. So now you come to know that for this quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, possible roots, the 2 minus b, generally we write root of plus or minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and I previously taken x1 and x2 are the two roots. They may be interrelated many times in physics. That also helps to do some calculations. x1 plus x2 is minus b upon a, where b and a are the constant of the equation, and product of the roots goes to c upon a. This minimum knowledge necessary of the maths to solve problems in physics. Let us come to a problem 3x square minus 8x plus 5. Take an example 3x square minus 8x plus 5 equal to 0. Many problems you have solved in high school. To revise you, I am bringing this. Let us go with that method. I want the solutions x minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. In this equation, a value is 3, b value is minus 8, and c value is 5. Now coming to the point, substituting here x equal to minus of minus 8, this b value, plus or minus root of b square minus 8 square minus 4 into a is 3 and c is 5 and divided by 2 into 3. So b is 8 minus 8, b square minus 4, a is 3 and c is 5. Now this minus of minus become 8 plus or minus square root of 8 square is 64 minus 5 3s is 15, 4s is 60 upon 6. When I simplify this, you will get x. 64 minus 60 is root 4. Root 4 is 8 plus or minus 2 divided by 6. If I assign here the value plus x1 comes, 8 plus 2 by 6 is a 10 by 6, or its value is a 5 by 3. That I can write x1, one root for this equation. Second root of this equation, x2 can be taken as 8 minus 2 divided by 6 is a 6 by 6, which leads to x2 is equal to 1. Thus, I can say the possible roots of this equation are 5 by 3, 1, x1 and x2. So I can say here how these two will satisfy. Let us x1 plus x2 if I did. For example, x1 plus x2 if I did. So 5 by 3 plus 1 is 8 by 3. Because 5 plus 3 by 3. Again, minus b by a if you take. Minus of minus b is 8. Minus 8 divided by 3, which become 8 by 3. And the second, if you satisfy, that second one, x1, x2 equal to, product x1, x2, is a 5 by 3 into 1 is 5 by 3. That is equal to c by a. I substitute here only. C is value 5, a is 3. Let us see these two are same. So sometimes it helps us to solve the problems in physics by this also. Knowing the constants, using this, we can get the values, or using this equation, or using another alternate method. Let us come to. I hope you are understood, and I revised your knowledge of mathematics, and laterly how we take with 1 or 2 examples. Another one example I am taking in mathematics level only. Let us note it down, come to the second question. Coming the example to x square plus 4x minus 1 equal to 0 is a second question I have taken. So usual method for this solution, we come to x is equal to, again if I take a is 1, b is 4 and c equal to minus 1. minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, x equal to minus b is minus 4 plus or minus root of b square is 4 square, 4 into a into minus 1. Because c is minus 1, a is 1, 4ac divided by 2a, 2 into 1. So this become minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 square is 16, minus of minus plus 4 divided by 2. X square plus 4x minus 1. So root 20. Let us see the problem. Minus 5. Instead of 4, let us take 5. Become easier. To get the simplification easier, I made it. This become 20. 5 4s is a 20. This become 36. 20 plus 16. Minus 4 plus or minus x value. 16 plus 20 is 36. 36 root is 6 divided by 2. Has two possible values. Minus 4 plus 6 is minus 2. If you take minus 4 plus 6 divided by 2, gives you minus 2 plus 6 is 2 by 2 is 1. And second one, x2 is the second root. Minus 4 minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 10 by 2, which is equal to minus 5. The two possible roots for this are 1 comma minus 5. The one method you are having, and an alternate method also you are used. So when you see this equation, the alternate method, x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. When you see this product, when you take 5 into 1 equal to minus 5 has to get, so it should be minus. But here it is plus. It can be written as 5 into minus 1 equal to minus 5. So that is helping us to take here x square plus 5x minus x, I can split this, and minus 5 equal to 0. And this, if I brought x outside, x plus 5 minus 1 if I brought outside, this again x plus 5 equal to 0. And thus solving again x plus 5 into x minus 1 equal to 0. By seeing this, we directly can write this equation. When you become experienced, seeing this minus, and here it is 4, 5 into 1 is 5, therefore it may be plus 5 and it may be minus 1, can directly write from this step to this step x plus 5 into x minus 1 equal to 0. So this implies possible values of x is x plus 5 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0, which implies x equal to minus 5 or x is equal to plus 1. The possible roots, the what we got. This is an alternate method, also we solve many times. Either of these two can be employed to get the solutions to the problems in physics. Let us go one or two problems in physics, how we apply this. Purely mathematically, I shown two examples with the two different methods. One is a standard formula and other is alternate simultaneous solution method we applied to get the answer for various values of x in the quadratic equation. Write down that. Let us, how we can solve the problems in physics, how it applies. Because more interest comes to you when you see the application of this relation in solving the problems in physics. Let us consider a particle P moving along a straight line with a definite speed v. I think you know what is the term speed mean. You have studied in mechanics or in physics chapters in SSLC. Speed. Particle is moving with certain speed. So this speed is given by an equation t square plus 3t minus 4 equal to 0. That you are seeing the two variables here in physics. One is velocity, which is changing with respect to time. Velocity is a function of time. T with respect to time, it varies with relation t square plus 3t minus 4. What is the question is here? At what time this velocity of the particle momentarily should become 0? At what time? I hope you have understood the question. Particle is moving with certain speed. The speed of the particle dependent on time. It is not constant. As time varies, the speed varies. The speed when becomes 0? At what time the speed becomes 0? If it started with that value. So at time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 0, what may be its speed? V naught when t equal to 0. Second, the two questions are here. In the first questions, if I take when t equal to 0 second, what is the speed questioned? What is the velocity? Because minus term appears, we use the minus. Velocity of the particle t square plus 3t minus 4. If it is measured in terms of meter per second, v is and time is in second. If you put the value 0 square plus 3 into 0 minus 4, you got velocity equal to minus 4 meter per second when time is 0. That when just we start the measurement. So already it has velocity equal to minus 4 meter per second. But the second question, this is the first question we taken. The second part, if you look into, at what time the speed becomes 0? That means we have to take v equal to 0. That equation can be written as t square plus 3t minus 4 equal to 0. Any method you can apply. Because here also you can understand with this, or knowing the value of x square plus bx plus c form, here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3 and c equal to minus 4, a, b, c. And root of that equation t if you want, minus b is minus 3 plus or minus root of b square is 3 square minus 4 into a is 1 into minus 4 divided by 2 into 1. So this can be written as root of plus minus 3 plus or minus square root of minus of minus become plus 16, 9 plus 16 by 2, that become 5. When I come to the root, minus 3 plus or minus 5 divided by 2. If you go for 1, minus 3 plus 5 by 2, minus 3 plus 5 is 2 by 2 is equal to 1 second is one answer. The second option is minus 3 minus 5 by 2, minus 8 by 2, which is equal to minus 4 second. We are not counting the time with negative values. It is always be positive as a scalar quantity. Therefore, t equal to minus 4 second is not an answer to this question. At what time it exactly becomes 0? V becomes 0 at t equal to 1 second. This is how we applied the quadratic knowledge, quadratic equation knowledge to the getting the solutions in physics. Just one example we have taken. Velocity variation with respect to time. What is the velocity when time is 0? And at what time the velocity can become 0? I hope you are understood why t cannot be minus 4 second. Because negative values we are not assigned to time and scalar quantity. And t1 what we get is a 1 second. In alternate method also, if you are not going elongate. So when you see the second alternate method, 0 equal to t square plus 3t minus 4 equal to 0. As earlierly I told, this term is minus 4 plus, therefore I can write 4 into minus 1 is equal to 4. 4 into 4 is plus, minus is this, and directly can be written as t plus 4 into t minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, t is equal to minus 4 second or t is equal to 1 second. That's what how the changes coming to once we got experience to get the solutions faster. So now the time, this is the answer for v equal to 0. Sorry, this is not the answer. This is the answer for v equal to 0 at time t equal to 1 second. So at what time the speed of the particle or velocity of the particle can become 0. I hope you are understood how quadratic equation is used to get the answer at what time the speed can or velocity can become 0. Let us take another example. Please note it down. So let us take the example for now the speed of the particle and the time are related by equation t square plus 100t is equal to 4vt. So how many possible value of velocity? You have here it is again dependent on velocity and time. An equation is related with this t square plus 100t equal to 4vt. You have to find the value of v in this question. Let us bring it to the quadratic form. T square plus 100t minus 4vt, 100 only, not t. Correction I make. T square plus 100, 4vt equal to 0, or t square plus minus 4vt plus 100 equal to 0. This is an equation. Now again, if you see according to the quadratic equation solutions, if value of A is 1, B is minus 4v and C is 100. Roots for this time t equal to minus b, minus of minus 4v plus or minus root of b square minus 4v square minus 4 into 1 into minus into 100 divided by 2 into 1. So it becomes t equal to 4v plus or minus root of, it is a 16v square because 4 square and v square. So 4 into 100 is minus 400 divided by 2. If I take this 2 into that equation, dividing equally either side, I can write E is equal to 2v plus or minus, bringing 2 inside, can write 16v square by 4 minus 400 by 4, because I am taking 2 into the root. So this becomes a 2v plus or minus square root of 16v square becoming 4v square minus 100 is a t. When we see this equation, to find the possible value, we use again the mathematical limitation that this must be minimum equal to 0. The discriminant part can become 0 or greater than 0. That means for possible values of v, let us go to 4v square minus 100 should take value greater than or equal to 0 for a definite finite value and real number. So this suggests 4v square must be greater than or equal to 100, or v square must be greater than or equal to 25, or v must be greater than or equal to 5 meter per second. That v can take value more than 5. Even you can think here, minus term cannot be taken. So value of v, possible value of v limits to this. It can take value more than 5. So such problems, so a particle is moving with certain speed dependent on time given by this equation t square plus 100 equal to 4vt, and that t square we are written in the form of quadratic form, t square minus 4vt plus 100 is 0, a is 1, taken b equal to minus 4v, c equal to 100, substituting in the relation, we got the equation, and this has a finite value for which this must be minimum equal to greater than or equal to 0, which given you the value of v must be greater than 5 meter per second. The speed is more than 5 meter per second. So this knowledge I just given in the quadratic equations, because just we are entered to the PUC, hoping you are knowing the velocity, time, acceleration, displacement, and also the quadratic relation already you have used in mathematics in high school. How this quadratic equation help in one or two examples in physics I have taken. So every chapter we come with such problems where you have to use this quadratic equation relation to get this variable value x or t or v or a or s or many things. So let us, after this, one tool we have touched, that is quadratic equations and solutions to these equations. And second, now we are going to the sequence. Before that, please note it down. The second mathematical tool we are going to see about sequences. So it is nothing but ordered arrangement of numbers following certain rules, that we are calling it as a sequence, arranging in an order. For simply to say either increasing order of the numbers or decreasing order of the numbers, when we setting these numbers, it has been followed with certain rules to get the successive numbers. And most important is the geometric progression. So apart from this, one we are using here is a arithmetic progression. AP is generally called as. If I take an example to get this, see I am writing the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. What we see here is 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 2, 6, 8, 2, 8, 10, 2. That means here previous number 4 is obtained by 2 plus 2. 6 is obtained 4 plus 2. This call it as a common difference. So the successive numbers in this progression are obtained up to n digits. N terms it has. Every successive term is obtained by adding the preceding one with a constant value. Here I take an example as a 2 and got it. And also let us take the example of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 or 11, 13 or 15. So it can run up to n terms. This has n terms. Stopping here, it is a nth term. So let us see the solution for this. You have a standard equation solution for this. Sn equal to, you are writing n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where d is a common difference, which here d equal to 2. Nth term, if you n term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And this one is are calling it as a first term, as a first term. A plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, a plus 4d, so on, a plus n minus 1d, and solution you had. So if I take 8 by 2 into 2 into 1 plus 8 minus 1 into a, d is a 2, is a 4, 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 2 is 14, 14 plus 2 is 16, 16 is 64. Is according to the formula that you have to remember, necessarily required in physics. Suppose if you add the alternately, if it is number is less, to only to have some confidence, I taken this 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15, if you did, you will also get 64. So this is an example for arithmetic progression I have taken. Arithmetic progression, it is either positive or negative number, a constant number. Go on adding to the preceding one, you will get the successive numbers having n terms. In that case, sum of n terms is obtained with this relation, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where n is the maximum number of terms. Number of terms in the progression, a is the first term and d is the common difference that is coming in that. Using this relation, we can get the answer to the sum of n terms as an arithmetic progression. So note it down. So in today's class, before going to geometrical progression, I am taking the another second one as the sum of natural numbers. In sum of natural numbers, so it is, for example, taken 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on plus n has a solution. Sn is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2, where it has n terms. Natural numbers, details you are knowing, except 0, all numbers, positive numbers, we are calling it as a natural numbers, and adding them, the solution is obtained by this. So similarly, squares of natural numbers, that if you taken 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus so on plus n square. The summation of n terms is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So I am not going to solve here the problems, only record you in the today's video as a mathematics tool part 2. The first part I have taken the quadratic equation, and the second part as the sequence, particularly one arithmetic progression, and finally about the sum of natural numbers and sum of squares of natural numbers. So this three tools. One, how quadratic equation can be used to get the solutions in physics. And using of second is arithmetic progression. And somewhere it also comes, but most important tool we are using in solutions in physics is the geometrical progression that we will take up in the next class. Thank you for all.